All right, so the papers, we're not going to do anything with the papers for the moment, so you could turn those over. There's nothing important enough on there yet. So this, we're recording this so that for whoever's not here gets this, so everything that we say is really, or that we talk about in here is really important that we get to everybody else. So whatever questions you have that are unresolved or whatever comments you have, make sure you get them out because we're getting all this on record so that anybody who's not here can catch up. Because if we have some of the people who know some of the stuff and everybody else doesn't, it's going to be really difficult to make these changes. I know all of this is disrupting the way things normally go. I get a lot of the grumblings of what people don't like ever since we started with Vish. I get it. It's uncomfortable, Jade said to me last week, I used to just mix. I used to just go and mix, and she could, do 4 clients an hour. Just mix. So, but I never paid attention to what I mix. Like how much I mix. So she said what it requires. She has to take more time. It takes more time for her to do the mix, and so she could do fewer guests than she was doing before because she has to take her time with it. But it's radically shifted. I mean, from everyone across the board, it makes a huge, huge difference because we were, as we've noticed, giving away or pouring down the drain thousands of dollars of hair color. It's gotten so expensive. Used to be, I don't know what Dad used to use, $12.90 a BP, the little Clairol bottles that were $1 each. There wasn't as much to the color world as there is now, and we haven't quite caught up. And us doing it the right way is going to make a huge difference because this year, like I said, we spent more than we brought in, $200,000. We spent that much more than we had. We had expected to do more, but we didn't have that increase, and we've also not been charging color services properly. We've been that far behind in that. We've had, as I said, 5 color increases of the color that we buy that we have not passed on. So we've been absorbing all those increases. So that's news. I mean, you've all heard that. Anyway, it has started this week. So we started on Tuesday, right? Tuesday, where we're letting people know these are the new charges, and we sent out a newsletter to let everybody know that there was a price increase. How's that going?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I haven't had any complaints on the phone or at the salon.
Yeah, I noticed we're doing it with confidence because we're not apologizing for a price increase. We can't, to be in business, we have to do this. It's not an apology. It's not we're sorry. We're a high-end salon that we have to charge a certain amount of money. We've got to be profitable. We can't do this and lose money.
Sorry, and that's price increase on all services, correct? Not just color services?
No, we've only had a price increase on color. Only on color. The price increase right now is only for hair color. Certain blow dries and those haven't gone up. We will
and
be.
Brazilians, chemical services.
Chemical services, correct. So any questions, comments about any of that part so far? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's a lot of confidence. When we say it with confidence up front and not apologizing, it comes across differently to people. Everybody's prepared for it. We all know. All right, the second part of this is what we've been working on today, this appreciation, this client appreciation, is doing more services for our guests. And if you haven't had one done, you should definitely experience the full treatment. I know, Melinda, someday you'll get there. But to have the full experience at the shampoo bowl where you get you don't get them normally anyway, but to experience the head, neck, and shoulder massage, with the hand massage, with the eye patches, with the steamer, it's an experience. I had it today for the first time, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it, and I think there's nobody who wouldn't love that. It's a really awesome experience, so thanks for creating that, and thank you guys for coming down to bring what you've been working on up there. And the reason why they're here today is just they've been doing a lot of them up there. We started it up there to experiment with it, and they've been successful at sharing what they're doing with a lot of people. So that's why we brought them in here, just to kind of get everybody on the same page as to how they work and what services are available and how to do them. Because the biggest complaint of the company has always been nobody knows what we're doing. They find out from the customers that we had a promotion, or they find out from the client that, the prices went up, or they find out from the client that you have this new service, or I'm getting what for my birthday? I didn't know we gave something away for the birthday, so we're working on, getting communication clear. Am I going slow enough for that?
Yeah, one second.
You can catch up?
Yeah,
You can okay, good.
Thank you.
Where is Dilma? Dilma doing clients?
Just finished, I think.
Okay. All right, so if it's comfortable for you, we're probably not doing enough. You should be getting uncomfortable in this process. We got to a certain comfort level. I know one of the things that we're dealing with right now is at every check, here's why. Let me give you the why first. So there's 22,000 guests that came here last year, right? I've given you that number before. In the last 12 months, we did 22,000 appointments, not guests, because they were the same people. I know that this year, if we took those same 22,000 and didn't add any more people on, didn't say we have to do 2,000 more, if we just took those same people and we pre-booked 75% of those appointments versus 65. Right now we pre-book 65% on average. Some of you are higher, some of you are lower. But if we took all the guests that come in and did 75% of them for the whole year, that would add 2,000 more appointments in for next year. 2,000 more appointments. That would make a big difference. That would help us reduce that deficit. Charging correctly for the hair color. That's going to help with that, doing the right things with that. The other things are providing more services, giving guests more value for what they get when they're here, giving them a full experience. And even the eye patch, the one guest you did, one of the patches fell off, and she only had half of it on. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And she noticed the difference.
Did you see her
Yeah, it
back?
was one different, I know.
She could see the difference of her skin, right?
Yes.
You could visibly see one eye was less puffy than the other.
Yeah, wasn't that something?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She came to the front desk and I was right there. I was like,
Should take a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we're after.
yeah.
Someone
Next
text
time you
that to
see
Brenda.
that, you gotta be like, can I take a picture for our social media, please? You're so cute. They'll be like, okay.
Sure, she wants her bags.
Yeah. Be like, oh my gosh, you want to book one next time?
Okay, I have a question, Rob. Just going back to the Brazilian. I've been doing Brazilian for a long, long time, and the key was that usually we use 2 ounces of product, and we had the basic, the price that we used to have till now. Even if you don't use 2 ounces, we will charge the same. So-
Let me back up for just a second. So where the number comes from that's in there now, I just took the average of what we've done in the last 4 months since we got Vish. So whatever that number was,
Okay.
which was 0.9 or whatever that number is, that's where the base started, because it's just the average of the number of services that we did and built that into the cost. So that number plus any more. So I don't know what the number is off the top of my head, but like same with root retouches. The average has been 2 ounces of color and 2 ounces of the other.
So we're gonna add $8 more to the Brazilian service?
The service itself, I think, went up 5,
Okay.
and then plus whatever more chemical is used.
Okay.
Correct, yeah. So I don't know what the measuring amount is, but we do have to measure it
Usually
because.
it was 2 ounces, but sometimes you don't use it, the whole thing.
Right, so you would pour 2 and we
Yes.
didn't use it, right. So now it's pour whatever it says, and then any amount over that would be charged, right. So those numbers weren't just, they didn't come out of anywhere. I mean, I didn't just make those up. Those are what the average of all of our salons have done. Now, Vish, or the company that we use for scale, they came in and said these are the national averages. And what they say for the national average for a root retouch is 1.5 ounces of color. That's their national average. That's what they're recommending for roots only. But our average is higher than that. Saturate the hair more, whatever. The average amongst all the stylists here has been 2 ounces. So that's where that number came from. It wasn't just some phantom, thing. I just took all of our averages everywhere. Now we're probably going to see the biggest jump is we've had people getting foils, and when they use like a low light or hair color versus bleach. Some of those have been using $25 to $35 of hair color in the process, and we have not been charging for that. So that's where you may notice if you're using hair color, in a foil service, that it's going to make a difference.
That's what we noticed yesterday. David noticed it with all of his clients because he uses color. And
Yeah.
he said, how come it's going over? I'm not using more necessarily of the product, but it's higher up. And that's because it's all lowlights basically.
Yeah.
So would that run under being a dimensional? Does that have a
No,
separate way
that's
for
not going to
each?
change that. It's the one thing we could do is say we're going to have foils that include with color, and that's just going to be 20, however many more dollars higher to allow for an ounce and a half of color. Right now, it's just set up to just charge them the additional amount for the color.
I think it's probably just easier to do it that way.
I
But you
wonder if
can
we could
see,
at
like the
least-
way the breakdown is, it shows you that developer is like $3 versus colors $25 or whatever.
Yeah, there's a huge difference, I mean, in the cost of those two, price-wise. So that's where we're noticing the biggest difference. Now, if this, I've noticed this the last couple of days, people have forgotten to ring them out, or somewhere in the communication, it got mixed up. You want to have them go back in and put it in as a gift. So you want to show it on the guest ticket that we used that much more color, but it was given to them. Have to do that starting now, so there's a history of it. So when they come back and say, well, I was here last time and you didn't charge me that, well, we gave it to you, you know, because whatever happened. So that's really an important part of it. Now, with that, here's the thing that it's been the toughest part of this whole deal is we used to have tickets, and we don't have tickets. And we're investigating if we can figure out a way to get tickets, like a guest ticket that follows them around. Without that, you know, you used to be able to just write down on there, these are the products I used, this is the color that I used, and this is the next appointment, I want to see them again in 6 weeks, and that could follow them to the front. We don't have those right now. So without those, the information has got to get communicated up front because they're not allowed to check people out until they get that information from the back of the house. The reason for that is the only way we're going to transform this whole process is if we get 75% of the guests to book their next appointment, if we get 30% of the guests to use one of these add-on services, if we charge the correct amount for hair color, these are like the pillars of that happening. If we can get 20% of our guests to use the products that we're using, and the only way that happens is if we offer it to them. It's got to be offered. And not sold, just offered. That's all we're doing is asking them. So up front, when they know these are the two the shampoo and the conditioner that was used, this is when she wants to see you again. One of the other things that they're not doing anymore, and I want to make sure it's clear, they're not saying the old sentence that used to get said all the time, which was, do you want to book your next appointment? That's gone. Do you want to book your next appointment is erased from the conversation. It's now, Diana would like to see you again in 6 weeks, which is November 14th. Does the afternoon still work for you at 2 o'clock? A completely different way of communicating it versus, do you want to book it? Because nobody wants to book anything else right now. That's Thanksgiving. Nobody needs one more thing on their plate in Thanksgiving. But they don't have to think about where they're picking up their turkey when you ask it that way. It doesn't go through their mind. It's just like Tuesday, 2 p.m., okay, same time, got it. It's much easier for them to go through that thought process. So the only way that works is if everybody from the back of the house communicates to the front of the house before the end of the visit, because what they're going to have to do, if not, is come back and say, when do you want to see her again? Because the other thing is they can't guess. And it's much more powerful if they say, Diana would like to see you again for a haircut in 4 weeks. Then I think you should come in 4 weeks. You know, like it has a different meaning to it. What's that?
It's a credibility.
Credibility,
thing. They
right.
want it from their stylist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great if, as a stylist, you can say it in a conversation in the chair when you're talking to them, you know.
Especially
Somehow.
if you know as a stylist.
Just anything that helps us
Yeah.
be great.
We usually do that. Remember when we used to have the
Only you had
Tickets were great. The tickets were great, yeah. So it's just like that with the tickets. Now, without the tickets, you know, I mean, you can make a fake ticket. You can use a sheet of paper with your associate and have that until we get tickets again. But for now, you know, if you're working with an associate, you want to have all that information go there before, because otherwise they're going to be running back and forth, and as we get busier, that's going to be really hard to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't work when they don't have that information. I can see it. When the process doesn't happen, all those numbers go down.
We need one that is.
Like, it affects every one of those numbers. It doesn't give the offers. What's that?
Don't listen to me.
Okay.
They said that we need one that is saying, we don't want to see you again. Believe
That's
me, I
fine.
have those who-
That's okay, too. That's all right, too. Then you tell them up front. That's all right. Just say.
Don't book that one.
Book her at Hair
Oh,
by
I've been
Samuel.
for years
Yeah.
trying to, how to say it. Rosemary. Oh, Jesus.
You're still here.
Today she don't even say bye, thank you, nothing at all.
Oh, Rosemary.
So I am pleading with everyone to, and those of you that aren't here, this is so critical, this is so important, because this will not work if everybody's not on the same page. And these offerings, from the offering of the eye patch to the offering of the products that we're using and why we're using them, they're just offerings. They're absolutely no difference. And think about every single time you go out to eat, they offer, I go to Fleming's. I don't go there often, but when I do, and Marina's husband takes good care of me, there's an offering. Always there's that offering of a salad. They always say, whatever, and I don't always want to get a salad because I know it's $18, but somehow when they offer it and 3 other people at my table say yes, I'm kind of peer pressured into, yeah, I'll take one too. But it's just an offering. They don't force me to do anything. They just offer it. And that's all we're doing. Like the same way you were offering, do you want to try our eye patch? How you have a way of saying it. Do you want to try these eye patches out?
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Sometimes client asks, well, what you have on? What you did on her? What you have a glaze? Oh, I want one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do it that too.
Yeah, it's how it works. And even I notice, I've said this before, but when people book online, there's a little place there where it gives them additional offering. It'll say, do you want tinsel in your hair? Do you want a glaze? They pick a Zen melt or they pick a whatever it is. Just like Uber Eats does when you go to order. Do you want a cookie? Do you want a Diet Coke?
Before you forget.
They're just offerings. So these things have to be a new way of doing it. I know it's going to take some practice to get into it, but it's not just like a simple campaign. This has to go across for the next 12 months. We have to operate differently. And, whether it means, you guys up front going back, every person that forgets or doesn't go up there, you keep going back. We just can't let it go. Because you've been really good at compensating for it. If you don't know that information, you'll look it up in the system and see the past.
The more we have to do that, to sometimes, the more that is making a sale, not just off.
Then it becomes awkward, yeah.
It becomes awkward and it becomes more pushy maybe, or perceived that way when I'm like, if I'm like in a, just trying to find out and this is what she used.
Yeah.
So again, with the help of either the associate or the client, at some point in time before they even get to the checkout. And the same with us, if we have the time to walk away and.
Well, and that's part of the 6 steps, for the stylist too.
Right.
Is talking about it while you're doing the service. And that's what we found works if they say it. Just like with the product, if the stylist shows the product while they're using the product, there's more chances of a client getting it versus me going, well, this is what Diana used on you, and then you go, uh-huh, she's just a sales girl, don't listen to her,
Yeah. Well, it adds more weight to it, and it's actually solved the problem. Like, what problem did it solve for me? They need to know what problem did it solve for them. When you're having the conversation with them at the shampoo bowl, I'm going to use the keratin shampoo.
Which again goes for the product. We're just talking about shampoo and conditioner always up there. Same goes for
Styling aids,
Like,
yeah.
we don't hardly get that at all, that this is what I use. It's just never, we've been focusing always just on shampoo, conditioner.
Yeah.
But we can do any product that they use if you're doing a certain, styling aid. Because then they will, while you're doing it, obviously, and you say, see how this works, whatever, blah, blah. And then I can easily have that conversation then too, if I know it's already been talked about.
And let's let them have the option to say yes or no, because it's just, if only 5% of our guests, like 5%, so we see 100 guests and only 5 of them leave with one of our products, I would guarantee that all 95 of those were not offered our product, like what it was and why we used it. Because if they were, and as great as you believe in, just pick your favorite one, and if they heard you talk about it, they would leave with it just to make you happy, because they love you. But you shared something with them that got you excited, that you enjoy and appreciate, and then they like it too. So it's one more thing, and it excites them when they're at home. So the next 6 weeks, they have us there. We're in their minds. They can only get it from us. They can't get it. They can't go on Amazon and get that anywhere. They can't buy that anywhere else. So these three things, these pillar of these three things. Now up front, they're also changing how they check a person out, because it's not money first, then pre-book, then product. It's let's get you set up. She recommends you come in this time. They get that part done. Because as soon as they take the money, their mind's out. If you take the money first, it's over. It's let's get them scheduled next. These are the products that she recommended. You want to try these? It's an offering. And then you collect the money. Thank you and fond farewell from that. So
That's true.
what's that?
That's true. That's true. What you're saying is very true. I have Anita in my car. Before she sit in my chair, she gave me $60 tip, and I said, "Okay, good afternoon, bye." It's true. That's so funny.
Yeah. So these are shifts in how we do things, and I know just like the whole Vish thing has been an upset, and it's been a new way to do things. We just had to rewire. It's kind of like you've been using your right hand for 20, 30. Somebody asked me how long you've been here, Magali, and it's 25 years.
Yes.
Yeah. One of you guys were asking me 25 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Valentine's Day of 2000. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. I told you that I'm going to be retired from here. Remember?
Yeah. I know.
I always say you fire me for this door and I come in for the back. I never told you that.
That's so funny.
We had a lot of fun sometimes, didn't we? Let's go talk in that room up there. He's in there with Maggie now. They hate that room.
Every time that he do like this to me, I said, no, I'm not going today.
Not anymore though, right?
No, he said,
We don't do it that way
everything
anymore.
is better now.
We don't do it that
Thank
way.
you, Joe.
On the back of his neck, which hurts.
What'd you say?
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, we got that on tape. Michelle, see what she said? That's all you.
Oh, no, believe me, I thank God for Michelle
Oh, you
daily.
better believe it, honey. I don't see that office anymore.
Oh boy. No, I was thinking that one's not even as bad. At the promenade, there was somebody who locked herself in the bathroom for hours. She wouldn't
Do you
leave.
wanna come out?
It was somebody we had to ask to leave, and she wouldn't leave.
Oh my God.
And
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
never forget,
Oh,
from my
I just learned
perspective,
that.
I was in middle school, and he picked me up from middle school, and he was a wreck, an emotional wreck, and I was like, what's wrong, dude? And he was like, somebody locked themselves in the bathroom.
What's wrong with
We were like,
you?
okay. And he's like, I think we have to fire her.
No, she was being fired. She knew she was being fired, so she went in the bathroom and locked herself in there for
Oh
a
my
long time.
Oh my God.
She's like, when is he gonna leave?
Why is he still here?
She's like, through the door, I'll close up.
You didn't know pick a lock?
I don't remember what happened with that. I just remember, I don't know. I was probably just as crazy as she was. She got help and she's doing a lot better now, but she wasn't doing well.
It was very emotional.
Yeah, for everybody. I mean, we let it go
Every time
out
who
to
was, and invite people for lunch, it's over.
Oh, yeah. What's her name?
I pay my
Perkins.
lunch, don't
Perkins. She used to take them to Perkins. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
They take him to lunch and you know that the conversation.
Yeah, right.
You fire, honey.
Take them to Perkins.
No, I pay my lunch, leave me alone.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good, I'll go to the pub. There's some food over there.
Okay, so what have you, what's been happening today? What have you learned today? What insights have you had about what's happening today around the new services? What have you guys seen? Just want to hear some conversation about some feedback from guests. I think somebody had me talked to one of the guests who got some of the services, and she was saying she loved it. In fact, she wrote a card. She wrote wrote a card and brought a card back saying how much she loved her head massage. And yeah.
I couldn't read it because it was in cursive, but he read it.
That's pretty fun. That's on camera too.
Not to self-teach design person.
Yes, 100%.
I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know, but they don't teach it anymore. So yeah,
It's a big debate, that's why.
yeah, I didn't know
Still
that.
doing
Yeah.
Catholic
My
school.
signature
Send
isn't
your
even
kids to
full
Catholic
cursive.
school.
It's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
big
Still do it
S
together.
and a scribble
Yeah,
that
I'm
looks
not in
like
Catholic.
cursive, but it's just scribbles.
Can you
Never
read
learned it. No, I can't read it. I can't write it.
Really?
Nope, I can look at it, but I
Eliza?
can't tell you what it
Can you read
says.
it? With my generation, the last
I can't.
Right.
My grandmother's handwriting is very cursive, like I can't read it.
How old are you?
23.
23? Eliza, how old are you? And they taught
Yeah.
you?
I'm up north though.
Yeah, she was in Connecticut.
spend so much
I'm north different.
Yeah,
You did too.
I did not learn it growing up.
Because I learned it.
I had a book at home that I used to play with, but no, that book was not taught it.
I even learned sign language.
I can read it.
They
What's that?
taught me sign language.
Yeah, you have a good experience today, actually, like,
With-
you did a high job, that lady had 109.
Yeah.
It was good. This
That's what I'm
one
saying, I
doesn't
can
look
read it, but
nothing.
only.
Yeah.
Just one. That was funny, huh? Just one.
I'm like a beginner.
Well, did you look at the ice cream?
I can cursive too.
Oh no,
yeah, it was
she made it
But
all.
it looked,
It was
very nice.
visible.
You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
You placed it, yeah.
So I put it on wrong.
Yes,
Well,
there is a
really?
wrong and right side to
You know
those.
what, I actually think it was my fault.
One
because
side
I
is
probably
more-
comb it or something.
Yeah, I did that at Ben accident.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
So
Oh,
would we
yeah, I
only,
come there, I was like,
would we only charge her $5 then?
Yeah, the good eye.
I mean, they say if you go to a doctor for an
Let me
eye
tell you though,
doctor's
if
spot,
they're
you're
wearing,
gonna
like
charge
she
them.
must have been wearing some moisturizer or something already, and so when she's sitting up there, they were both
or even
sliding.
just from talking, because she was like trying to like not talk.
And that could happen, yeah, if you
Well,
cross the
in a nice
face.
and cold is good, but if you're sitting up talking and
Yeah.
But we has like
started melting.
There is a right and wrong side to it though.
We do it at Bayfront and we just do it at the shop.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Well, I can say that I can say real quick, because I guess I have 10 minutes, that there's always something to give to up the value of the experience.
Yeah,
There's something.
yeah, and I heard some of you also talking about booking that service on the next visit. You were actually pre-booked somebody for the eye patch on the next visit and said, if you don't want it, we can take it off. But
Yeah.
you were even creating a future with them about the services that you're doing, which is great because it's not just about today. We do want to get them into the habit of these things and have it be. So the goal is, if we have 21 guests in, that 7 of those guests receive one of these services. So today you're well above that. But that's the goal. So if you have 10 people on your book, you want 3 or 4 to have one of these services, have the option. But see, the offerings are for everybody. I mean, that's the thing we have to remember. And you pick the ones that you like or the ones that you're comfortable with, because they're the ones with hair. They're the massage scalp treatment ones. There's the quenched, just the quenched. Somebody pre-booked for a quench conditioner. Had the quench conditioner today, and they want that again. They had 2 things. They said, "Yeah, book me for the quench next time." I heard her saying that. So
Malibus yesterday, Brenda offered 2 Malibus. One had well water and one like is in the pool all the time. And the lady, she was just in for a haircut. It wasn't a color service. She was just in for a cut. She loved it. She said, "Book me again." She's like, "I want it every time I come."
yeah.
And that's an easy $15,
Which we didn't know that we have, but now we know that I have those add-on services that.
Well, we didn't even have it, but we
Do
ordered
we
it.
Do we have like a sheet of this printed out so we can get that on your bill to bring back?
Malibus?
Just like that sheet
Yeah,
of
everybody was
everything.
given that sheet of the add-ons
Oh, okay.
before. And I'm pretty sure it's in
It might
that,
be
right?
front and back, but there
Lexi?
should be Wella add-ons and Malibu add-ons that we.
Yeah, they're on the
updated.
list. It literally
Yeah.
says Malibu add-ons
Okay.
on there.
Let's
But I can print more.
put that in. There's
Make sure everybody
yeah, we'll
has
put
it.
that into Slack so you can print all these. So there's a channel in
Yeah,
Slack
right,
called
it's
Just
like
Documents.
Two
Yeah,
sides
yeah,
on the sheet. But I'll print more and then.
Melinda's idea. It's Melinda's idea. which is brilliant because you don't know where to find stuff.
Brilliant.
It's like, where do I go to find this?
I still couldn't find Becca asking all those questions. Where the hell was that? When she's talking to
I
you.
couldn't find it either, and then I had to
Oh
go
my
into the
God.
catch-ups to find it. I
You can
know.
always search
That was
on
driving
the
me
She
bar
even
in
texted
Slack.
me and she said, "Can you reply to me on Slack?" And I was like, "Oh,
I'm glad it wasn't.
can I reply here?" She's like, "No, reply so everybody can see." I'm like,
So there's one with just documents. It's called ROP documents, and it just has all the. We'll put that in there. All these scripts in there. So now you have the script in front of you, right? What do you have? What's that document? What does that piece of paper say? Okay. So if you could read, which one works?
Are you looking
There's
for
two-
scripts or
Yeah, well, the intro, just the way to say. Let's see. Are these all the same thing?
check in?
What do you got here? How come you have so many? You have too many. Let me see. Oh, right. Okay.
Why do I have so many of these?
Let me see what you got.
I only have two.
You got those. All right, Stylists and Associates. All right, so somebody read the, one says Guest Communication and Upgrade Conversation Guide, October 2025, right? Everybody have that page? Robert at Philadelphia Salons. And
I
yours
just
is
have
different,
these
yeah,
two.
because you didn't get that handed out. Nobody got those.
Here, I have 5 of them.
Oh, you had the extras. Okay, that's where they stopped. I took yours, so if you don't have one, share.
Do you guys have them?
You guys can share there.
"You don't have one? Here, then I'll share it with Sophia."
All right, that first page, the one that says Guest Communication and Upgrade Conversation Guide 2025, right? Everybody got that page? Okay. You don't have it.
That's different.
That's the second page of this one, so you want,
I just have 2 other ones and it's either.
Here.
that's correct. Okay, somebody just read those first sentences. They're under Stylists and Associates. Out loud.
We've added we've added a few new upgrade treatments that make a big difference in shine, strength, and color.
Keep going.
Based on your hair's condition, I'd recommend our blank. It restores softness and adds strength instantly. Before we start, I'd love to offer you one of our new treatments. It's quick, affordable, and gives great results. At the bowl, I'm using the blank because it helps with blank at checkout. Today I used blank product and we talked about blank. Let's make sure we have those pulled up front for checkout. Next visit, I'd recommend scheduling your next visit for 6 weeks to keep your color perfect. Our goal isn't to sell, it's to offer value. Guests can't say yes to something they don't know exists.
Okay, next page. It says Front Desk and Concierge. Somebody read those first 3.
I'll read it.
Okay.
At check-in, we've just added a few new treatment upgrades. Your stylist can tell you which would be perfect for your hair. At checkout, your stylist used volume today and recommends these for at-home care. If you take them today, you'll get a free travel size product. Rebooking prompt. Your stylist recommends seeing you again in 6 weeks. That would be the 16th at 2 p.m. Does that work for you? Do you want me to read the rest of them?
No, that's good for now. So these are like little starters for you to find what you're comfortable with. Any that you guys have been working with that's more comfortable for you that you that I didn't list because we didn't get to wrap up after that. How are you introducing them? What are you comfortable with? What is working?
I think that first one that she was saying, all of those things, I just think the Stylist and Associates, it's pretty spot on how you should be talking. At the bowl, you should always be telling them what you're using and why you're using it. If you don't tell them, what's the point of using something specific for their hair if they don't even know why you're using it? So I feel like that whole Stylist and Associates paragraph with every line tops it. I mean, that's what I've been saying all day with them is it's just offering it. If they don't want it, they don't have to get it. Some are gonna go for it and some absolutely have no interest. So.
Yeah, and here's where it's going to get weird if that doesn't happen back there. If they have the product up front and it hasn't been talked about in the back, it's going to look like a sales pitch. It's going to look weird. So if you skip that part and they do that part, it's gonna really kind of it's gonna show some inauthenticity on our end. It's gonna look like, why are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. There's a woman today who had that happen. She said she didn't use that on me. She never uses styling aids on me, and it was up there, so it was weird because it wasn't shared back here. So if it's not, it really makes a difference. So you gotta make sure you know what you're using and why you're using it, and even if you've done that person 1,000 times, got to be sharing what you're using and why you're using it. Well, what your stylist told you to use. Well, the keratin shampoo, why?
I read the ingredients on the back of the bottle, and that's what me and Christy do. I'll just be like, it has this and this and this, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't.
No, they can't do it. Sorry.
No. Okay, that's
It's a
what.
good idea,
But
but.
that's what I do.
Well, they
like
could
prime.
put them back there to read them. Sure, they
Because I
could.
read
Just put them
them.
back. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can do that.
Christy do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That same key every single time.
I should have cut this
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because it's right there on the bottle.
Yeah, they're like, what does it have in here? It has this, and it has this, and it's.
everybody get a buddy, somebody who's their buddy, who they're right now, like somebody you could sit next to and
Not me, because I'm at
share.
walkway.
Okay. And you two shouldn't be together, so you go pick somebody else.
I'm gonna leave you halfway.
So who you partnered with? Everybody have a buddy?
2 minutes.
Raise your hand if you got a buddy.
I don't have a buddy. You want to be
Okay.
my buddy? I'll be your buddy.
You got buddies? You got buddies? Who's your buddy?
I like that.
Gasper.
Here, we got one up here. Come on back here with Magali.
Yeah, I go with you guys.
I got you somebody. I got your own.
Dan's the buddy. Go.
Try to get out of that. I saw that.
You just do your part.
Okay, so whatever role you are, so
Role play.
here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna hold on one second. Let me give you the instructions first. One of you is a guest. Or pick an A and a B. One of you is A and one of you is B. A's, raise your hand. A's, raise your hand. Who's A? She doesn't have somebody. Come. You go be a buddy over here. Oh, here you go, right here. You two. I got somebody without a buddy here. Monica needs a buddy.
It's just that she likes to be with us.
No, she can't. You gotta have somebody.
Monica?
You want to be with us, Monica?
Come be with them.
Come be with
No,
us.
porque después de aquí nada, yo no voy a hablar. Oh.
Okay. I'll be with
Got your buddies?
Oh, you're going to be with.
No, you should be with her. Maybe you two. since
Yeah,
you're
you two,
taking-
go ahead, that's probably easier.
Oh, Ali.
I had to
Okay.
touch my paper.
Carry
I
on.
ran away with
I know,
my
this is
paper.
not complicated. Sit
It's
next
not.
to someone.
All right, now A and a B. So A's, raise your hand. Who's the A in your group?
Oh, no, you
I'll go. Okay, I'll be there.
She's A.
Beat them.
A's. You gonna be with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be together.
All right, B's, you're gonna be the guest. B's, you're the guest. A, whatever role you are. So if you're a stylist, you'll be stylist. If you're an associate, you're an associate. If you're desk, you'll be desk.
We went. The second.
You don't have to read this. You can, but what you're gonna do is introduce the new services. So you're gonna say it your way. And guest, hold on one sec. Come on back for just a second. So guests, you're gonna be like a real guest, like you wanted to learn about it. So be authentic, and maybe if they need a little hard time about it, give them a hard time about it. Like you don't understand it, you want to know what they're talking about, so you want to make sure they get it really clear about what they're offering.
It's role play.
So, help Allie.
Okay, ready?
All right, go ahead and go. You got 2 minutes.
Perfect. Is it free?
Right now, today we're doing a guest appreciation day. So today they'll be free, and then from now on, they're not very expensive. They're very affordable. All around $10 or $15.
Okay, perfect. I'd love to do that today.
Yeah.
Did she pass? She gotta go. Oh.
Melinda Gribble.
Now, do you pretend to be? Do I pretend? They're so silly.
I'm trying to think. Okay, sure, we'll try it, girl.
We'll go
Okay.
listen to the other ones and see how they're doing.
How are you?
Listen
Welcome
in
to
on,
the salon.
see how you coach.
How are you doing?
Wonderful. We've just added a few new treatments.
Maggie, did you
We've
pass?
just added a few new upgrade treatments.
Did you pass?
It's a luxurious hand treatment for your cuticles.
Did she pass?
Help moisturize.
Okay, go
and
get your
help
glasses.
with your
Okay.
cuticles for your nails. Yes.
Oh my god, I'd love to try it.
It's free today, and if you'd like, next week we can book you for another time.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, let's do it.
Perfect.
I wouldn't say greasy.
How's your hair? Is it greasy?
No, it's very frizzy, if you can't tell.
Maybe you need to book for our deep conditioner and a steam treatment.
What are the benefits?
Oh, it'll help with frizz and humidity, climate control, that frizz that you'd be dealing with. It'll fix that right up.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. So that one's a little more than a $15 add-on. It's actually a $35 add-on, but it's wonderful, and you will love it, and you just need it.
Okay, let's do it for season. Book it out.
Perfect.
No.
How about rebooking?
Coach, see what you hear. Is everything
Okay,
okay?
I'll do that. Check it. So your stylist used the Moisture and Shine shampoo today, and they recommend that for at-home care. If you take them today, you'll get a free travel size product. Are you interested?
How much is it?
$31.95.
Oh,
But you get a $15 value with the travel product. That's for free.
sure, I'll take two.
Sounds good.
What was my free product?
It was a free travel size product.
Any
so-
travel size? Wow, that's a great deal. I just have to buy two products? What? Count me in. What if I bought 4 products? Do I get 2 travel sizes?
You'll get a product with each full-size product that you purchase.
Wait, shut up. So if I bought 4 bottles, I get a full-size product?
No travel size.
Oh. Just a kooky old lady.
You have dementia, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm losing it half the time.
If you haven't switched yet, switch roles.
Oh, we've been switching.
And you're already switching? Okay, good.
We've been going back and forth.
So your stylist recommends seeing you again in 6 weeks. Would that would be the 16th at 2 p.m. Does that work?
No, that's not ideal for me. I would prefer to push it out longer. How long do you think until my roots start to look bad?
I don't know. Let me go ask Sam.
Oh, that's a great idea. You're right. Do you think I could wait 6 months to get my roots redone? Not a great
I
idea.
don't know about that. They're always like, I'm fine to leave for a month. I'll be back by my check.
Be gone for a month. I'm gonna need my hair done again. What's that? You just did it. Oh my goodness, no, I'm not ready.
So this is for.
I'm not ready. It's okay. Oh my god. Oh.
Makes it even harder. Yeah, but don't worry, I hear you, I listen.
I'll read to you. Your stylist recommends seeing you again in 6 weeks. That would be the 16th at 2 p.m. How does that work for you?
I have a lunch at 2. Can we maybe do anything earlier?
At making it that experience, you know,
Well,
you put the chair.
yeah, I'm trying to get out of here before dinner.
And like today, when I did it, I was out. Like,
can do,
I
like,
didn't
noon
even, all I
if
had
you'd
was
like.
eye patches and
Does
hands.
noon work, 12 o'clock?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, perfect. You are getting 12 o'clock. Nothing else.
Like that. So,
being genuine. Even if you
So we have some new scalp shine and repair treatments. Guests are loving it. Love your stylist go over them when you arrive. Is this for over the phone?
At check-in, at
Because
checkout.
it says when confirming when you arrive, so I guess it's for the phone.
Yeah, I guess so. Or like when they're walking in or when they're booking, when they're up front, when they're at the front desk and the phones. Yeah.
So tell me about
Alright,
the
I think we
iPad.
went through all of them.
Yeah, I think we did do it.
iPad. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait,
For
there's- oh, I
hydrate.
have this page twice.
Moisturing and hydrating.
And cool, the new one we're gonna have is gonna have.
We've added a few new treatments
Yeah,
to make a big
polypeptide.
difference in
Yeah.
shine and strength. Would you like to add one of our new upgrades onto your ticket today? We have the deep conditioner with a steam treatment. It's only 10 minutes of your time and it'll really help with frizz and humidity control.
How much my husband's paying.
Honey, we shouldn't worry if your husband's paying. Rack up that bill.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, make his pockets hurt. Girl, don't worry about the price. It'll make your hair feel great and it'll smell good.
All right, let's do it then.
You'll be sniffing those locks, forget how much you spent. You'll be like,
You need to have it done.
it's worth it.
We need to do it.
Yeah.
So you feel like lay down.
Like off in your hair.
Because you'll see. It's like, you know when
Patch.
yeah,
Rejuvenating.
it's cold.
Next visit. I recommend scheduling your next visit for 6 weeks to keep your color perfect. How does that sound? At November 17th at 2 p.m.
Under their eyes to wake up.
Really persistent.
It's like
Yes, you don't get a choice. You need it done in 6 weeks or it's gonna start to look busted.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, I'm the stylist.
Does that make sense?
That is what I recommend tonight. I'm telling you that if you do not come on that day, you're gonna
You're
look
gonna look like
busted.
shit.
It's just not gonna be good after that. You're not gonna like it.
You need to try it.
I'm trying
You
to
need to
see.
try it so you feel it. I'm trying to think of what else.
Ready?
When I put, I feeling refreshed.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I feel refreshed my eyes.
La Santa. It's on Immokalee Road where that Target is. Oh my God! You should get it. You wanna come? Are you leaving after?
It's awesome. It's really good. I
You
like
wanna
it.
go
You
to La Santa? It could be fun.
Okay, we're gonna close this really powerfully because we have to get the final message to everybody, and I need everybody who's here to make sure we deliver this message so that everybody understands it and gets it your way. So first, I want to know what you got out of this exercise. What is your takeaway from just doing this now?
You gotta be your authentic self.
Yeah.
Everyone is different.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Yep.
It's a script, but you gotta be your own,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah, the script is just to give you what the foundation is, and then you want to recreate it your own way, in your own words. Like you were finding your words that refresh, I heard you say.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that fits for you.
No,
That's
so
what it is for you.
When I put the eye patch, I feel refreshed. My skin.
Rejuvenated.
So that's your word. That works for you. And you'll each have your own ways. Yes. Yep. Find what works for you. So the authenticity, that's what's really going to matter the most because you're expressing what you love and you're passionate about, and they're going to get some of that too. Okay. What else? So what did you guys observe here, and what have you observed in this process of the whole implementation of this? Because you have insights. Because you started this early and then you got to see how the other guys are doing it. So.
I think everyone was really receptive to it. I mean, in the morning it was awkward, but we talked about it like it's gonna be awkward. That's why in the back room when we were talking about it, I was like, okay, well, bust them open, put them on me, like put them on my eyes, put them on each other's hands, feel it, and so you can explain it. I mean, if you just look at the box and you're like, yeah, let's throw on these eye patches, we're testing them out. I'm like, we're not testing anything out. It's complimentary today. If you would like to do it, it's rejuvenating, it's refreshing, it's moisturizing. it's just another benefit for your skin and your health. That's all. Just offering it.
Practice hand massage.
Yeah. We massaged each other's hands with lotion on them, and we were doing all of it. I mean, it's easier to do it to each other than it is to a client. I mean, even though it's free, it's still intimidating to do it on someone who's sometimes not even your guest. You're shampooing for your stylist. Ow. You're shampooing for your stylist. So it's like you get them for 10 minutes, but it's like that adds more value to your shampoo and also to the whole service. I mean, you give a great shampoo because it's half of the service. She gets her color done, but then she goes to you. And just adding to it, I feel like was big. And you guys, I walked away for 5 minutes and they were just doing it. They didn't even need me. And I walked away and I was just kind of looking around, helping where I could help, but they were on it. They picked it up really quick. Everyone did really good. And the steamers all day.
Yeah.
I was trying to take the other one to the other place so everyone could do it because they were doing it all here all day and then all there. It was awesome. So they did really great. It's just continuing to do it.
Yeah.
Like luxury blowouts get a steam treatment every time. Like it just comes with it. It comes with Quench and it comes with the steamer. If they don't want the steamer, you don't have to do it. If you want to do it for 5 minutes while you're massaging, it doesn't add any extra time. It's right next to you. Turn it on as you're starting your shampoo, and while you're conditioning, just let it go next to you. You don't need to create any extra time. It's right next to you. Turn it on. Massage.
I do it while I'm even massaging. The steam is going while I'm massaging.
Why the steamer is important, not just for the benefit of the guest, but other people seeing the steamer. When they see that, it just creates something in the salon. It's something to look at. It's what is that? What's going on? People see it.
They did it all day with the eye patches and the hands. They're all looking at each other.
Yeah, they learned.
Yeah.
And if you haven't had it, if you haven't experienced getting the steam treatment with the hands and the eye patch and the head and neck and shoulder massage, you must do it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Because I had it today, and
It's great.
I didn't know it was as great as it is. I had no idea. I knew it was good, but I didn't know what it was. It's really, it'll take a person away. It took me away. Like literally, I was stressed. Today's payroll day. I got a call with the accountant. We had this meeting. We have a lot to get done in the next 2 days. It took me away from everything in minutes. So Eliza, that was really nice. But I really, it's something that we're gonna maybe put together as a package. Like here, you can get all three. Here you go, it's a deal. It's on $20 or $25, whatever it is today, just so that people could experience all three. Because between the hands and then the eye, they feel good. It's refreshing. It does feel refreshing.
Yeah, when they came out of the fridge, it was really nice. Even not in the fridge, but when they're in the fridge, it enhances it.
Yeah.
And it also, it's like, it makes you feel like you can, it's a moment to yourself to just like, which our guests come here for that, to just close your eyes and be.
I think there was one standing at the desk, and I thought someone was
Melinda's up there now. So, if you haven't, you should get all of them done. You need to practice on each other.
Do it to each other.
And do it to- yeah.
Tomorrow, just
God bless
offer
you.
it to whoever comes in. Do it on each other, feel it, walk around with it. I mean, today when we had the eye patches on, there were people asking about it, and we were doing it left and right because they saw us. So just wear it around. Front desk, if you have 15 minutes, put it on your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
Okay, takeaways from everybody. What are you taking away from today? Or what would you like to add? Takeaway, like what did you get out of this discussion or out of the day's events? What's your takeaway?
My takeaway is probably to just not think too much about it. Just, like you said, just pick my favorite, be authentic, and just be smooth with it, Like I said, try not to think about it too hard, because
Yeah.
it's gonna get stuck.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question. Will you commit to offering one of the upgrades to every guest you work on tomorrow?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So here, you wanna hear something different about the way that was done? Because she didn't say I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do
Oh
that.
yeah, I feel confident that I can do it.
Right. So when somebody says they're gonna try to do it,
No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I'm not coming in tomorrow.
No problem.
I got that one. That's good.
You are working tomorrow, right?
Really?
Okay, good.
No, she did so good today. It was,
Yeah, she did.
I mean, every
Yeah.
client, she was
I
all
felt-
ready to go.
Yeah, I felt really good after that. Like after
Yeah.
the first two, I was like, do you want eye patch? Like that.
Good,
So,
great.
yeah.
So I can count on you for that tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, good. So
I
that's,
guess-
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No.
I guess that if we read this and we keep it in our minds and be consistency about it, it's nothing else that we have to do, just be, pick that and put that in our routine.
Yep.
Daily, and don't forget to do it.
Yeah.
One client, they're gonna be so happy, another one, they're gonna tell you, I don't have time,
That's
or
all.
whatever,
That's
it's
all.
okay. Always gonna be one or two, but
Yeah.
we have to be consistency, we cannot say today, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I found yesterday too, putting one on every station helps. So I put it on everybody's
Yeah,
station.
because we remember
So that way
seeing it.
as you're seeing it, and even if for whatever reason you're in your head and you start talking about other stuff, the client will be like, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so put both, one glove and one eye patch. Yeah, and let them, it'll just be a nice reminder. I felt like that
Yes.
was happening, and Maria didn't even need one. Once she discovered it, she was doing it all. She was doing foot massages and everything. I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
She's like, do they have this for feet? I was like, okay, calm down.
I'm not doing it.
No, yeah.
Yeah. All the line.
Well, I think what you said is perfect, because it's really what it's gonna take, because what we've found is that for the last month now, we would have a conversation in a meeting like this. And after the meeting, that day was on fire, everybody did. And then the next day, I looked at the results, and there were two, like it stopped, it went out of existence. So it's easy to happen, it's easy to go out of existence. So if you make a commitment that I'm gonna offer this to every guest, and really, right at the moment, you don't have every tool, because you don't have the nice menus displayed, so you have to generate a little bit more right now. But this is a new practice, so between this and all the things that we're putting into place here, I'm relying on everybody to get uncomfortable, to not be comfortable, to just not, if you, do you know what hospice does? You ever heard of hospice? You know what hospice does? What does hospice do? Why does hospice exist? Right. They make you comfortable. When somebody's about to die, they make that person as comfortable as could be. And if we're just getting comfortable and not getting, just like going to the gym, you know how uncomfortable that is? I don't like going to the gym. I don't like it. I like the result after. And I have to force myself to go every day, but once I get there and get it done, I feel much better, but it gets me uncomfortable. So these conversations are gonna be uncomfortable. They need to be. We're disrupting the way we do business. And it's what we need to do. So if you notice somebody not, and it's gonna show up every day because we're gonna be measuring these results on a daily basis. It's not about the numbers, it's just about the offerings. So if the offerings are being offered, I know that the results will happen. So we'll be looking at those. So I need all of you, especially because you're all here, and then whoever listens to this, because I know you heard it, to be on the same page that we're on. Anything, so that was your takeaway for you?
I think just continuing to communicate and doing it until everything is normal. Because I don't like having to track you guys down. I feel bad and I feel like I'm interrupting you. So I guess until the associates just get to the point where they automatically come up and tell the desk rather than running around
I
everywhere.
think the big part too is, I mean, as a stylist, we're supposed to be free, I guess, up there, like a lot of times I come up and I say, okay, she's gonna come back in this many weeks and she's gonna get the root canals.
Mhm.
You know, so, I mean, sometimes we are
That's the finish of
already
it.
on the next client, you can't walk them.
There's no
but-
reason why that we shouldn't be up there.
But they should already be, yeah,
Well, especially right now, no one's busy enough right now not to walk all that time.
right.
Or your associate. I mean, I understand, but like, that's finishing
Especially if
it.
they're just like group and then they're leaving, like, a lot of times I don't even know
Yeah.
they're done, so like, as
Yeah.
long as the associate's also bringing them up and saying,
It's finishing the whole thing.
or even just telling your stylist, like, hey, I just watched her, she's going up front now.
Yeah.
And then we can
Well,
just
and
be
even
like,
the
okay, what's
associates, I think, when, they should bring them by you first anyway.
Absolutely.
Because
see
that
the
happened
picture.
yesterday with us, one of the clients came up to us and she looked at Robin, she goes, do you still see my gray roofs? She's like, is it the light or is it me? She's like, did it not take? That's because she should have been brought by her stylist, so that the stylist could have looked without her going through all the mirrors and going, what? So then we have to of course, either way, we would redo the services, which we did. But it would have been handled better if she was brought up to the stylist, and the stylist would have been like,
She
oh my
would have
gosh,
professionally-
no, come back, we're gonna fix this, yes. Versus Robert going to find the stylist and going,
Hey,
the client is unhappy. At this point, she feels like an unhappy client, which she shouldn't be. She didn't get the service she
Yeah.
being checked out for. So I think it's very important for all associates, no matter what they're for, even if they're leaving, they're like, I gotta go 1 second, I gotta bring you up to Diana, Diana needs to see her, always.
Well, and something I realized earlier, is that, like, we used to do, we had like tickets where, and I'm not, we might possibly have that again in the future, but this is not something brand new. Like, the stylists are used to knowing when the guest needs to come back and products, like, we used to write it all down, whatever, have this whole thing. So, the point of it is don't be scared to ask, because it should already be a thought process if it hasn't been brought up to you. And even if you have to like tap a stylist on the back or something while they're doing somebody, like, and be like, Ally, when do you recommend they come back again? Like, that's okay, you can do that, as long as you're not like, when, you know, not being obnoxious and like just gently finding out, Ally, when do you want them back? Like, so, but that's where we have so many associates that if we all as a team work together, it shouldn't have to be like you tracking individual people down.
And
You just have to
everybody
be
now
aware.
knows that too. That's a good point. Everybody now knows that that's the expectation of them, so you're not interrupting or bothering. And by the way, if we don't, it's not. And if we don't continue to talk to them about it, it's gonna stay the same. So they're gonna get tired of you walking over there anyway. So at some point, you know, we have to, change that muscle around. They gotta, work the other muscle because it's been a certain way for a long time. And our concierge team has been tremendous at compensating for that. They've been really good at figuring it out. They look at the history and they go, oh, well, it was 4 weeks since last time, and I see they used this, and they kind of guess a little bit, but they work through it. But it's not as effective, and it takes more time.
And I'm gonna be honest, your raffle, I think, is helping a lot, because I have guests that, they're always like, I don't know when I'm gonna, and I'm like, well, if you get something on the book, and we can always move around, reschedule and stuff, they're like, no, and I'm like, well, you can be in our raffle, and then they're like, okay, fine, let's just get it on there, and, so that, I think that's helped a lot. 'Cause
Good.
there are a lot of guests that are just kinda like, no, I'm just gonna call when I need it, or when I see
Yeah.
it.
I just
or
watched it, we just had it happen with the Ally's last, she was like, oh, well, I can't commit to anything, and Ally was like, well, you wanna just put it on, and then you get to go in the raffle, and then
she's like, okay.
Yeah, it's working. Very effectively. And just so you know, here at this location, always trailed in pre-booking. Always was third and by a long shot. In the last month, here's been ahead and number one in pre-booking. It's radically transformed. Today, I think it's 88%.
I just have one person that didn't, but,
Well, you got poo-poo on that.
Your client?
It's fun. Obviously, if you had,
I was upset.
if you had 20
That's why, because I was counting it, and then I was like, oh man, that hurt.
but if you had 85%, that's so, if you have 20 guests, that's
Sorry, it was
18,
my client.
17 guests.
They will get it.
It wasn't Wendy?
To be at 85, you're ahead of the game.
Right.
Okay, 85 is ahead of the game. You're not going to get everybody.
Wendy rebooked, somebody that they all were saying, oh, she doesn't rebook. She rebooked.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't Maggie's guess,
No, obviously, there's been a transformation. You've all been doing that. Everybody has. It's good. The numbers have gone up for everybody. And that's going to be ongoing. We're going to have more things like that available for you so that you can share with people. Oh, and I have this for, we're going to do the eye patches maybe. Oh, it's buy one, get one free. So this visit and the next visit will be there. Different things like
And
that.
to be honest too, though, like, so there was a couple times Sophia was like, so when should they rebook? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, let me ask. Like I never did, there was a couple today.
Yeah.
And so then I actually had to be like, so when do you normally come back?
Well, right.
Like, when do you?
It makes you realize that, wait, like for a second, sometimes when you're doing a guest, you're like, okay, I'm just focused on this color. But you're not thinking like, oh wait, like
Well,
maybe
everybody's
I need to
different,
think about
too.
their
Some people
plan and discuss it with them.
further,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it just brings
So
you
then I
back to the
asked her,
moment.
she rebooked for nails with Melinda, but she didn't rebook for the color yet, because she's like, I don't know. In Germany, it's 12 weeks. Down here, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 3.
Well, and you had that conversation, at least it starts, you start thinking about it, and then you'll start to build that
Yeah.
muscle too, to know how to have that conversation, you know, with.
Well, and for somebody like that, use
Right.
your, you know that this root's gonna start showing in this number.
Right, right.
I say you should come back in 4 weeks. Now, you come back whenever you want,
Whenever
but
you
4
need.
weeks is what.
Yeah, 4 weeks is
The other thing to check with that, this came up too, because the question came up about, so you look at their history. You can look at their history, if we have a lot of history on them, you can kind of get a sense of that. But this also came up with Vish, is how will I know how much over I'm gonna be or how much to charge it, because I know I use more. But if you look at the history, you can get that in history also. This is just happened to remind me of that, because people were asking yesterday, well, I know I use more, but how much is it gonna be? Well, look at the history, because we have enough history in Vish now too. So history for the next visit, but it's great that you acknowledge, like, hey, I haven't really been putting emphasis on it, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's also
It's
right
like,
now,
take
this much, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it's really long hair, I'm like, I don't know, like 3 months for him maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and then that, like, you are the one telling them,
Yeah,
like,
what-
and you're building I'm watching you build confidence. Like, think
Yeah.
about from where you were a year ago,
Oh.
you are like a different
Run
person.
away! I'd be like, bye,
And-
have a nice day.
So, and you'll continue to build that as, like, you're the one telling them, hey, I'm doing your hair, I need to see you again since you're in Naples in 12 weeks. Telling them that. And then if they want, what they do with that from there, but you're setting that as a precedent that they're gonna be on your book. Like, that's how I do it here, you know what I mean? So, and,
10%, 10% makes a big difference. Going from 65 to 75 makes a huge difference, and already we're seeing that shift. That's going to affect our entire year. It's going to make a huge, huge difference. And just the confidence up front, because the confidence with what the prices are, not being scared and apologizing for it. This is what we're charging. That has a different impact. You don't get pushback when you're confident with it.
Yeah, I actually checked out somebody today and she had, it was a client, she had an extra $10. I didn't even say anything, I just said, all right, today will be this much, and she's like, okay. They don't even think about it, you know, and there will be ones that are like, wait, that's different than what it was
Yep.
last time, and that's when you can go back and be like, okay, well, yeah, we sent out an email, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But just kinda, just be like.
Well, and you know
This
your
is what
clients,
it is.
you know
Yeah.
who you should have that conversation ahead
Right.
of time, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, of course,
You know,
everybody should
like
know.
Lisa
She's
Ruthie's
saying
coming in tomorrow, that
Yeah, from
conversation's
Dusk
gonna
Group.
need to be had 5 times before anything.
No, I'm
the
saying from
touching
like
her
Dust's
input is
perspective, like that wasn't even my
Uh-huh.
client, I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, tell us
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And what's super fascinating too is like ever since Monday when we did this all, we had the desk meeting and everybody was so worried about doing it. And then yesterday and today, it's like not scary. It's been great. Actually, like Rosemary Hodge or whatever, she didn't even complain. And I thought I was ready for it.
sure.
I was ready for it, and she didn't. So I think we get ready for it, and a lot of times.
Crazy
when
thing
it
is,
goes the
you
right
guys
way.
put so much emphasis on that one woman, or those 2 people. And 99 of them don't say a word, but we fear this one. We get all worked up the whole week over 2 people who, if honestly they didn't come anymore, it'd be okay.
I
So don't worry about
can't
it.
believe it because it's every single time she comes and she says every single time.
Yeah. Well, there was confidence up there. I don't know whatever it was.
The one time it actually went up.
But there's a lot of conversation in our heads about, oh, there's that one. You know what? Out of 22,000 appointments, we really only have time for the ones who care about you and don't question our value.
Right.
If they're questioning our value, maybe they're not for us. I don't know. You know, we're not for everybody. And the ones who appreciate it, the ones who leave here, go home and write a card in cursive writing and bring it back. You know those guests are that love you. That appreciate you.
And also, just real quick, I wanted to say, right now, it's another helpful tool to pre-book, is to say, well, do you want to have it done by Christmas, before Christmas? So if they're like, well, I don't know, okay, but you're
getting busy now.
you're gonna want it done for
Yeah.
Christmas. Let's at least book that one, and then we can figure out even the November one. But let's book your Christmas one. That's what I did yesterday with a couple of them, and I'm like, but you know you want it for Christmas. She was like, well, yeah. I'm like, then let's book that one. Like, it's not set in stone, we can move it, you know, and then we can move November, book November later, you can call me. I just don't know how available we're going to be, so
Right.
book that December.
Well, what I
Okay,
know-
so she's like, okay,
Exactly like what
say
you're
that,
saying.
don't be afraid.
It made a
Yeah.
huge difference, like Diana had this one guest who I know normally doesn't rebook, but I didn't even like put that in my brain. I didn't even think about it, and then when she came up, I just said, okay, Diana wants to see you in 6 weeks, and that's November 3rd at whatever. And when they hear that that's what the stylist want, it's like something in their brain listens. And she's like, okay, that's what Diana says. Like, okay, it doesn't give them any room to. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what Diana wants.
Yep.
Right. And so
Yep.
it just makes it easier, and that's why for associate-wise, finding out from the stylist, so then we can specifically say exactly what the stylist said.
All right, if you're still there on the video, you made it. Congratulations. Thank you, Eliza, for coming down. Sam, thanks for coming down.
You guys were great.
You know, thanks for trusting them and throwing yourselves in there and just doing it. Thanks for leading the whole Vish process. You two have been real critical in that whole game, and you've been getting all the heat.
Yes, thank you for answering my 20 texts a day.
Yeah,
Allie does it all.
yeah.
I know, I'm like, Allie, can you just come here? Just come here, please.
And I got a text today from her, she's like, where are you? I'm like, say, my village.
Thank you for shifting gears every 5 minutes with how we're doing things. And Marina, of course, thanks for leading the way. And Marina's been hopping at every location. And now people now know that Marina's not coming there because somebody's in trouble.
Yes. That's the key to take away from this. Just come and
Yeah.
visit.
Not here to fire nobody,
Right.
just come to say hi.
And you feel like it's taking so much.
Just a meeting.
Yeah, and Lex, thanks for taking my feedback to heart and turning it around, you know, the way you have. So, you know, like since we had that conversation, here has had the highest pre-book in the whole company since you and I talked about that. So, yeah, I know, and thank you for that.
Always to have good people around.
Heck yeah, it's the team that matters.
Bunch of papers.
Thank you. Oh wait, I got one right here. Thank you.
You can get your papers if